Hello and welcome to another episode of Mike Behind Bars.
I'm Mike.
On Bars. And in our second episode, this is all about tech. This one, Tech Tuesdays. So what are we covering today, Michael?
Apple Pay and
3D printers?
3D printers.
Yeah,
Yeah. Right.
Right, okay then.
So first we'll go for Apple Pay.
Okie doke.
Seeing as it's the first one mentioned, and 3D printers.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a bit cold, hence why I got my hood.
That's
This guy was in the army, he's used to it. So there we go.
as you can tell.
Alright then.
Right.
You want to start or?
Yeah, let's go for it. Right, okay. Apple bought out this wireless paying that you put your credit card onto. It's like an app. You put your credit card onto it and you can pay stuff wirelessly from your phone.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the basic idea behind it. I have had an iPhone, so I know what it's all. Well, an iPhone 6 until I dropped it and it broke.
On my kitchen floor.
On his kitchen floor, which was so heartbreaking. It was so heartbreaking.
It was. But anyways, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I have to be honest, I do think this is quite a good idea. I mean, yeah, we've already sort of had this sort of thing with contactless payment via your credit and debit cards from your bank and things like that. And I have to be honest, I think the whole tech market, as far as like phones and tablets even go,
Yeah.
I think it's been a while coming, and I think they should have latched onto this a lot quicker.
Yeah.
But
Because the thing is,
I mean,
they've had contactless cards for a while now.
Yeah.
I can understand them ironing out of the bumps and, making sure that there aren't really any bugs or faults in it. I can understand that. But they throw out iOSs that still have some form of bugs in it and stuff like that.
all the time.
So,
all the time.
I mean, to a certain degree,
And
I'm not surprised that Apple have brought it out first. I'm really not.
My only problem with Apple, and it runs through pretty much all their, not just their software, most of their products, it's all style over substance for me. But having said this, I think having a contactless payment via your phone, it's very poignant, it's very apt. See what I did there? Apt.
Yeah.
But
I love it. That's quite good.
that was terrible. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm done already. But yeah, I think it is a good idea. I mean, it's been a while coming, and it's about time tech caught up with the modern world. I mean, the demand for this has been coming for a while, and now that they've latched onto it, it is revolutionary. I only hope that Samsung catch up now, and well, not just Samsung, all of Android catches up. I mean, it's Google's fault. Blame Google.
I think Samsung will be the next one to bring something out along those lines, whether they have or not.
Well, it'll be Android. It'll be an app
sure,
via Android. So Samsung, Sony Ericsson,
LG.
LG. That was the one I was
LG.
thinking.
Another tangent.
Sorry.
No, the problem. There are a couple of problems with Apple Pay. Hacking.
Well, this is
Your
sort
card
of
details are on your phone. I mean,
if you lose your phone and you don't have a password on it, it's all there for people to use.
yeah.
I mean, then again, is it going to be like a contactless where you can only pay up to say 15 quid at a time? Or because I don't know too much about this, I assume it'll be similar to contactless via.
I'm not sure on the limit.
Or
I can imagine with Apple there won't really be a limit. I think that's why they bought it out. Because all you have to do is put it's all thumb printed.
Yeah.
So you touch your phone on it because they've got the thumb recognition now, haven't they? So then you just stick your thumb on the home button, which is at the bottom. You just stick your thumb on that. It scans your thumb. Bang! It's paid. That is it.
Okay,
You literally just hobble the phone over the pad.
Yeah.
Put your thumb on it. Paid.
No, that's fantastic. That's fantastic.
For me,
No credit where credit's due. I'll give
a genius
Apple
idea.
I
It's
will
an
give Apple
absolute genius idea.
I thought it was good when they brought it out for, like, say, bank cards and stuff. And
Oh yeah.
I have to be honest, like, well, as I've already said, I thought tech was quite slow catching up to it, really. But no, I mean, it's revolutionary. It really is. I mean, imagine in a world where you can. I know this is a Samsung, and I know it's a poor phone, but like just the idea of say going out for coffee or going for a few beers or even a meal or something, and you just walk over and you just go, and that's it, job done. The thought of that is fantastic. Neither of us even have Apple phones, but
I've had to swap seeing as
Let's stop with the
smartphone
fucking
Yeah, put it down.
tangents.
I'll put it down. It's down.
Good.
Call me passion.
Put it down.
Professionalism. But no, okay. So
Yes.
Apple Pay, for me, it's a brilliant idea. It's got faults, but so does everything.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
this is sort of my only concern about Apple.
Yeah.
Is, you know, as I've said, style really does need some more exploring, possibly. Like, as long as there are no bugs, no security breaches, which I suppose it'll be inevitable. That's the word I was
there's
thinking of.
been-
With the amount of hackers out, like say
There's
Xbox
been no-
Live's forever going down, PlayStation's forever going down. The National Crime Service went down the other.
Steam
a few
doesn't
weeks
really
ago.
get hacked that much. I think it's been hacked once or twice.
It's still been hacked.
It's still been hacked. So far, I haven't heard of Apple Pay being hacked. So
It's only been out a couple of weeks though. I mean,
It hasn't
Steam's
been out
going
that
a while. Xbox Live has, PlayStation has, the National Crime Service for God knows how many years. But yeah, I mean, nonetheless, great idea and positive.
brilliant idea.
Good movement. Good movement.
Right, okay.
Okay, 3D printers.
Genius idea. The applications that they're coming out with is brilliant. They're bringing out prosthetic limbs. They're
Yeah,
printing
yeah.
them off. They're
Well,
on
apart
about
from more complex machinery,
Yeah.
which obviously that applies to everything. I mean, be it scientific, medical, industry. Well, literally anything. The possibilities are endless with this technology, and the fact that you can build them at home, like using everyday items, is stunning. It's the 3D scanner that's the most difficult thing. If
Yeah.
you want it for replicable.
I'm not sure on
I
that.
mean, you know
We'll
what I
move
mean.
on.
You know what I mean. But yeah, I mean, 3D scanner's the hardest thing, and I mean, on an industrial scale, I mean, we know Ricoh have not long released theirs
Industrial.
for industrial use and things like that. I mean, specifically, I mean, I like to focus on things that will benefit the race, the nation as a whole, and I mean, especially with all the problems we've had with, like, say, disease in Africa and things like that, having the ability to just print things off like that, the resources available for humanitarian use, for business use, it's again revolutionary. It's not new tech, but it's really coming to its fore now, and there's a lot of good uses for 3D printing.
I know a couple of months back they were on they're doing self-repairing aeroplane wings using 3D printers.
See, I read something about this, but I didn't
So-
realise it was 3D. Okay, well there you go.
3D
That's another
printing.
use, even more.
Self-repairing planes.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
And let's be
Is that
honest.
not what you
Let's
wanna
be
hear?
honest as well. I mean, I saw this on the news. No, I saw it on Gogglebox actually, which was a Gogglebox of ITV News about like say making a moon base. I know that's a very sci-fi sort of thing, but you send a 3D scanner there, you can do anything. I mean,
Yeah.
you have a problem on the ISS, International Space Station, you can repair it on there. I mean,
3D
yeah, you'll still have to do this 3D printing artificial hearts. I mean, that, you know, the
I know they were
medicinal,
on
the
about it.
practical uses, it's
I know they were on about
sensational.
printing
It's-
organs and stuff like that. Whether that's come into practice yet or anything like that, I know there was debates and stuff like that about it, but I'm not 100% sure whether they've got that in application yet. I know there's lots of they're using it for amputees and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, prosthetics.
I know they, because I know of a child, not personally, but I've read of a child that has had an Iron Man prosthetic limb via 3D printed with the lights and
rock and
everything.
roll, man.
So, I mean, the application for it and all that sort of stuff, brilliant. The downfall, the price. It is a lot
Well,
of
I mean,
money.
yeah,
For a
yeah.
for a decent one, you're talking
2-3 grand.
max 3, to be honest. They have
I mean,
come
yeah,
down.
granted,
come
they
down.
are coming down, but I mean,
Depending
it's
on
like,
the size as well. A small one, you can talk.
yeah,
I think it starts from around 300 all the way through to 3 grand.
yeah, but I mean, it's like if you want a bit of kit that's going to do what you want it to do with
You
minimal
gotta go
fuss,
for
you've got to
a couple
pay
of
the
grand.
money. And I
Yeah.
mean, you do get what you pay for. I'm a fond believer in this.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good free stuff out there, but if you want quality, you have to pay money. It's like Alienware PCs, you'll know more about this sort of thing, but you know, it's
Yeah.
you
I
do
mean-
just pay what you pay for what you want.
Well, let's be honest. The gaming PC that I want is 6,600 quid. and
I agree with
that is my dream gaming laptop. I can build it for cheaper, but you have to weigh the options really.
Yeah. Again, it's what you pay for what you want. I mean, the
In
thing
terms
is,
of
it's
that
like I
price
said.
is obviously your 5-year warranty and stuff like that. I mean, if you build it yourself, you haven't got the warranty.
Does that cover you for viruses and stuff as well? Because that's personal.
Personal, there's loads of viruses and stuff like that, but we'll cover that in another video.
Yeah, that's not for porn. That isn't why.
But porn on a gaming laptop, I'm done.
You can make your own.
You can make your own porn.
Yeah, in HD.
In HD.
4K. 8K.
8K porn.
8K porn. Oh. Maybe a bit too much detail. But,
POV. I think only guys will understand this one so much.
8K POV. I'm done. Female
It feels like you're like, oh, no one
anyway, but yeah,
right,
especially when you're talking 3D printing. But
I know there's software on Windows 10 called 3D Builder, where you can.
I've seen this actually. Yeah, I've seen this.
Where you can make and use that. It's used for the 3D printer. You make different items like a digger, that sort of thing, and it will build it. It'll take, depending on what it is, it takes hours because it builds layer on layer on layer on layer on layer.
Yeah.
So it will take hours, but the finished product. I've seen something come from a print show.
Yeah.
And it was only about that big.
Yeah.
It was a little ghost type thing, and you can see the layers and stuff.
Ghost?
The stereotypical ghost.
Oh, like bed sheet sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh right, okay.
It was something like that. It had even got the holes built into it and everything.
Oh nice.
I mean,
oh, that's awesome.
I mean, it needed filing down and stuff like that, but you can see the layers.
Naturally.
You know,
I mean,
it was.
Yeah.
It was lightweight, and I'll tell you what, it was a work of art. It really was.
Well, that's another thing.
Great.
Cultural use. I mean, instead of having these stupid, what's his name, Damien Hirst down in where was it, Plymouth?
Oh, Verity, I think it was called.
Veritas. It was
Veritas. Because they got the name from Veritas. So it was Verity.
Right, okay.
It was supposed to be, was it Truth and Justice?
Truth. Oh man,
it was
atrocious.
I think it was like a 66-foot statue.
Monstrosity, abomination.
Scales and all that sort of stuff. But it was a pregnant, naked woman, and half of her was internal. So you could see the baby, you could see, you know, the veins in the boob, you could see the skull, you could see everything, and the other side was alright. And she was standing on justice books, but I don't understand why she was naked, why she was pregnant.
But the point is,
I don't quite
but the
understand.
point is, I mean, so like artists being able to use these kind of sculptures, they'll become a lot more common. They'll become a lot more. I mean, it's just got a great cultural impact as well as practical use. I really do think it is groundbreaking.
I think the only downfall they've got for it is.
But like I was saying, sorry to interrupt.
Price.
But yeah, well, that's what I was coming back to.
Price. Like that. It will be a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, say with the pricing thing, I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of money, but you can build them. And if you can build them, then how much of a price do you knock off? It might not be the most reliable, it might not be the best thing in the world, but it'll work. And, well, if you want your little Iron Man figurines or prosthetic limbs or your apples and oranges, then, you know, you can... Yeah,
you can do.
Well, I don't need to explain it. Well, you get the idea.
Yeah, I think the only it's got so much scope now.
Yeah, I mean, the possibilities are endless, absolutely endless. I mean, the industry, the impact this could have for business, encouraging more revenues, more profits, more tax. This makes countries more prosperous. It's
genius.
Yeah, brilliant,
absolute genius.
Brilliant.
Right.
Let's just hope the Chinese don't get through first. Or take it up first. Korea, yeah. Singapore.
Right then.
But yeah, alright. So what would you go for? What would you go for then out of the two?
Out of the two,
if you had the choice.
3D printers hands down. There's less.
Okay, I mean,
less negatives than Apple Pay.
I mean,
Apple Pay big negative, which is hacking.
Yes,
your bank details are in it. 3D printers.
But then again,
it's just price mainly.
I know. Just going back to Apple. I mean, I know that's locked to Apple, but say, just for the moment, go with it and say it was applicable to all phones. I mean, would you say that would still not be as good as a 3D printer? Because let's be honest, I know the hacking thing is a big worry for a lot of people, but you get this on the internet anyway.
That's true. That's true.
Is there any more risk? I mean, obviously, there's going to be more risk because of more devices it'll be on, but specifically to that phone, would there be any more risk than, say, internet payments, Xbox Live payments, PlayStation payments? You know,
The problem you got with that is how often are they hacked?
quite often.
Quite often.
I know, but the point is, if people are able, like, if they're very quick on the uptake, cloud storage will get hacked. You know, because they know people's personal details are on there. I mean, there is the possibility. But I have to be honest,
You are always going to have that with technology.
Yeah, you are.
You are always going to have that, because no matter how good your security is, there's always going to be a program that's released or someone that's nerdy enough to work out how to hack it.
Yeah. No, I agree. Entirely.
As an application, it's groundbreaking. ApplePay is groundbreaking.
Yeah, it is.
For me, I think it does have to be 3D printers, just for the,
No,
the
I agree.
scope.
I would agree.
Just for the scope.
The practical, the impact on. I
The
mean,
prosthetic
Apple Pay.
limbs, for me, that sells me so much. It's just you see an amputee and they've got, like, they're walking funny because their leg's not moving properly. Their prosthetic limb isn't moving properly, or they've got a prosthetic arm that the fingers don't move. 3D printers, I've seen the 3D printed item with it moving. So for me, pardon me, sorry. For me, it has to be 3D printed because of the application that it can be used for.
Well, yeah, no, I agree. I really do agree. I mean, while Apple, I mean, the simple thing it falls down to for me is just like Apple Pay. Yeah, it's a great idea. It's fantastic, but we could do without it. I know that sounds maybe a bit contradictory to what I've said and what we both said, but
it's not
we
essential.
can do without it. It's not necessary. Like healing people, business, it's all essential to the way we live, and well, that for me is what takes it. I agree.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you can live without Apple Pay.
printers.
We're not really going to be able to live without 3D printers anymore. Not with the application.
No, I don't think so.
Prosthetics.
I don't think so.
Going from that back to how they used to be.
No.
No. Right then.
All right
I
then.
think we've chose our winner.
Agreed. 3D printers.
Catch you later.